Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the media. I welcome you to this media interaction. As is usual, we will begin with brief opening remarks. I request the External Affairs Minister of India, Mr. SM Krishna, to make his opening remarks.
Your Excellency, Foreign Minister Dr. Zalmai Rassoul, friends from the media. Foreign Minister Dr. Zalmai Rassoul and I have today embarked on a landmark step in our bilateral relations by co-chairing the inaugural session of the India-Afghanistan Partnership Council. Our meeting formally sets in motion the implementation of the Strategic Partnership Agreement signed in October 2011 between the Prime Minister of India and President of Afghanistan. This event is also a reflection that India is unwavering in its commitment to assisting the people of Afghanistan in their endeavor to build a peaceful, stable, democratic, and prosperous nation. Mr. Foreign Minister, let me assure you that while it is a time of change and transformation in the region, India's commitment to Afghanistan is neither transitory nor in transition. Our approach of high-level political engagement and broad-based development assistance in a wide range of sectors which have been identified by the Afghan government as priority areas of reconstruction and development will not only continue but is set to intensify under the framework of the Partnership Council. We will continue our engagement in reconstruction and rehabilitation projects in alignment with the Afghan National Development Strategy. We will continue to partner the Afghan government to ensure that Afghanistan is a source of regional stability and does not become a target for extremist forces. As a measure of our ongoing commitment to the long-term future prosperity of Afghanistan, I have informed Foreign Minister Dr. Zalmai Rassoul of our intention to hold a meeting of regional investors on Afghanistan in New Delhi. He has welcomed this initiative. Dr. Zalmai Rassoul and I reviewed with appreciation the outcomes of the first joint working group in political and security consultations, which were held yesterday between the Foreign Secretary of India and the Deputy Foreign Minister of Afghanistan. We have directed that the other three joint working groups under the Partnership Council on Trade and Economic Cooperation, Capacity Development and Education, Social, Cultural, Civil Society and People-to-People contacts meet at an early date. We are hopeful that these meetings will further enhance and deepen our bilateral cooperation. Following our review of the entire gamut of our relations and discussions about a range of regional and global issues of common interest, both Foreign Ministers Zalmai Rassoul and I are confident that India and Afghanistan have the vision and the intention to enhance our strategic partnership.
Your Excellency, Mr. Krishna, members of the media, thank you so much for your kind words. It is an honor and privilege to be back in New Delhi. Please allow me to express my deepest appreciation to you, Your Excellency, your colleague, and the great people of India for your warm welcome and extraordinary hospitality that you extended to me and the entire delegation. In Afghanistan, there is a tremendous natural affinity and affection toward India. And I think that's come from the deep, ancient roots of the historical bond between our two countries and people, a bond defined by the common history, common culture, and a reliable relationship and partnership between us. As all you know, we signed our first bilateral long-term strategic partnership agreement with India. And I'm proud to be joining my dear friend and colleague, His Excellency Minister Krishna, in the launching the Afghanistan-Indian Partnership Council, a forum that brings together and further strengthens the existing comprehensive and mutually beneficial cooperation between our two countries. The two of us in our respective delegations have had the opportunity over the past 2 days to discuss and share concrete ideas and plans in moving forward our cooperation in the security and political, economic and trade, education and capacity building, social and cultural fields, and people-to-people contacts. Our cooperation and partnership in all these areas is not only good for our two countries, but also important for promoting peace, security and prosperity in the region. India has been the largest development assistance partner to Afghanistan in the region over the past decade. Among other areas, your support, including your generous $2 billion US development assistance since 2001, has helped us to build key roads, provide essential healthcare services to our people, send millions of Afghan children to school inside the country, and thousands more, including army and police officers, to college across India, and begin to revive our agriculture sector. This is a critical time in Afghanistan progress toward peace, stability, development, and consolidation of our young democracy. We keenly looked forward to further advancing our partnership with India on all these and other important matters in the months and years to come. Your Excellency, thank you very much once again for your hospitality and friendship.
The two ministers have agreed to take a few questions. Mr. Manish Chand from IANS.
Excellency, I have two related questions. The first one is for the Afghan Foreign Minister. What is the status of the Afghan government's talks with the Taliban? And the second is addressed to both the ministers. How do you look at the Afghan reconciliation process? Do you visualize any future role for India in advancing the reconciliation process? Thank you.
As you know, we are also not looking only to the military side of the operation, the fight against Taliban, but also a political solution. The political solution, called peace process, is based on a decision by the Jirga in Afghanistan, the Jirga peace process, which approved that Afghanistan needs peace, but also put the condition for this peace. The deadline and the condition is we are going to talk with those people who accept our constitution, respects all the achievement that we have made in the past 10 years, means democratic processes, human rights, freedom of the press, etc. So we are going to talk for those people who accept these conditions, the process is in place, and we have just started to see how achievement we can make.
Well, as I mentioned in my statement, India is committed to assisting the people of Afghanistan as they build a peaceful, stable and democratic nation. With regard to the peace and reconciliation process, I have been briefed by His Excellency Foreign Minister Rassoul. We fully respect the decisions of the people and government of Afghanistan and recognize the need for an all-Afghan political process which is Afghan-led, inclusive, transparent, and adheres to the red lines which the Afghan government and the international community have agreed to. If I recall, these red lines were most recently reiterated at at the Bonn conference in December 2011. They underline that those who reconcile or who are willing to reintegrate must abjure violence, sever links with the terrorist and extremist groups, and respect the Afghanistan Constitution. These red lines for reintegration are crucial in the common endeavor to prevent Afghanistan sliding back to become a safe haven for terrorist and extremist groups, and to preserve the gains made by the international community in Afghanistan in the past decade. I am happy to state that we found that we have a close identity of views in this regard.
Next question, Amitabh Revi, NDTV.
Welcome, Foreign Minister, again. The question is specific in terms of security arrangement in the strategic partnership. We have agreed in the document that was signed in September to assisting security forces, whether it's in training or equipment. What can you share with us in terms of what Afghanistan has asked India for and what India is prepared to assist you with in terms of battalion training in Afghanistan or equipment? And to External Affairs Minister Krishna, sir, in the light of the Air Chief's recent comments that the drawdown that happens in 2014 or maybe 2013, that Taliban-like elements could come up to the Wagah border, and a new Taliban emir has been appointed in Pakistan. How prepared are we for that?
First, the question was about assistance. As you know, by the end of 2014 is going to be the end of military operation of the international force in Afghanistan, and Afghanistan will take the full responsibility of the security in Afghanistan. So we are in discussion with our partners in the international community of sustainability and the training of Afghan national security forces that they are becoming a real force and have demonstrated in recent attack in Kabul. With India, we are continuing to discuss about the training our officer in training national security forces, but also in equipping in the longer term our security forces.
What specifics can you share with us in terms of equipment and training? Is it larger than what's happening now?
We are in discussion between our two security organizations to see the detail of which kind of assistance we need in the coming future.
Well, India is, as always, assured Afghanistan that its defense of its own territory is of extreme importance to India, because our security is essentially intertwined with the security and stability in Afghanistan. And in the light of the strategic partnership agreement that we signed at the end of last year, India has been involved in training and capacity building of some members of the Afghan National Security Forces. We will continue to do so at the request of the Afghan government as enunciated in the Strategic Partnership Agreement. Apart from this, whenever there are further requests from Afghanistan for India's assistance, it is open for the government of India, and we are always reacted very positively for any suggestions which could possibly come from Afghanistan government.
And about the worries post-2014 that Taliban-like elements would shift their focus from western borders of Pakistan to eastern borders?
Well, I think that is, well, we are hoping that by 2014, when some of the international forces which are there in Afghanistan, when they go back, then by the time, the Afghan National Security Forces should be in a position to defend themselves. I think it has been proved when the recent attack on Kabul. I think I must congratulate you, Mr. Foreign Minister, the way that they showed the degree of confidence in defending themselves and their outposts. So we depend upon that.
Pakistan Taliban which are concentrating there could then move here post 2014.
Well, I think India is always monitoring these developments on our borders. Whatever is happening on our borders, India monitors it very closely, and then we take appropriate steps to defend our own borders and check any infiltration, whether it is Taliban or otherwise.
Thank you very much. With that, we come to the close of this interaction.